You don't see it? Okay. Spiritual homework time. So I don't think I just ponder, but in helping people going into various homes, trying to keep an open mind, an open heart. And I was just thinking and pondering, I'm like, Spirit, is it possible, like certain odors you no longer smell if you're just kind of used to them? Like if you have a pet, I think they call it nose blind, or just whatever it may be in your home. So someone else that might not have a pet, they may pick up urine or whatever. I'm not saying anyone keeps that in their home, but if it's like a litter box, it has an odor or whatnot. And animals naturally have their own scent, like human beings. So, you'll smell it. I volunteered on a horse ranch years ago. And nothing in this world got the smell out. Once you wear clothes around horses, that's it. It's just whatever boots, whatever outfits, whatever it is, those are designated for the horses, because that scent does not go. I don't know, maybe I just didn't have the right detergent, but usually it's in there. And so, I also fostered guinea pigs, rats, dogs, cats, whatnot. And there's a difference I can tell when I have them and when I don't, because I don't have them all the time. So, long story short, nevertheless, it's there. It's going to carry a scent. And I was just pondering, Lord, is it the same emotionally or mentally for people? I know I mentioned about their homes, but I'm backing up a bit, because my biggest dilemma when trying to not be anxious and be more patient, because Spirit is showing me in several different ways to just wait. Do not have anxiety. Do not give it my own timeline, my own deadlines and whatnot. It's just to wait. Or have patience, rather. And there's no given date on when something's going to happen or how long. Let's just wait, relax. So that is the stage or chapter that I'm in. When I thought I had, so much patience, so much compassion, there's always room for growth, because life presents different circumstances. Like I might have learned compassion with fostering or whatnot, or on the job, on calls, or certain situations, but it's something new. So it's a stretch, like, it could be just a new person. People are different. And the brain, the mind, I think, of course, I'll say Spirit is not necessarily having me understand every single thing. That's not necessarily my duty, is to try to figure it out. My assignment, I believe, Spirit, is just to love and let go. And in that, it's a growing process, because whatever I'm feeling, be it anxiety or even hopelessness at times, like, It's just like, when, Lord, when is this going to change? When, it's like teaching me and instructing me to just let go. Because nobody's perfect. And it's not, I can't write things off as well. So I think the angst is in like, do I really have to even do this kind of a thing? And so the stretching is in don't run from everything that's uncomfortable. I know it sucks in the moment, and it may just suck even more because of the inability to let go and stop wanting to be in control or have it all figured out. So the most of it could be worry. Things that were not assigned. I was not assigned to worry. I was not assigned to understand, the brain and the psychological makeup of, all that good stuff. Like, not to that extent. That's Spirit's job. So going back to my dilemma is, okay, I just have to say it, Fraggle Rock. That cartoon or whatever that was, it used to scare me. I don't know what it was, but I avoided watching it as a child because, I don't know, there were just so many everywhere. I think they were in the balcony and they were on the floor. I don't know how it started off, but it was just a lot coming at me. And I'm like, my brain could not handle it. It could not wrap around. Like, what's going on? I don't know. Something different about that compared to the other things. I love the Muppet Babies, the Muppets and Miss Piggy and all that, but Fraggle Rock looked to be very, very, very busy to me in my brain. I just I couldn't get with it, so it mirrored, I think, as I look back, like mental clutter that I see, that I observe. There's something up in the attic, there's something in the basement, there's something just everywhere. It's just like a lot. I think I've already established that. Like, which way is everything, coming and going? Like, I don't know, it was some scene, I can't even remember. I think it was the opening. But it all just like took me to a space, and I just didn't watch it, that much. I don't think. I might have started to later, but as a kid, certain things just, I don't know how it was different, but it's what it is. So I think, Spirit, you having me talk this out, that stayed with me. If this helps anyone, these devotions, I guess, are a ministry. What we have or experience in our childhood, unaddressed, or not, necessarily unaddressed, but whatever it is, it just maybe develops into something greater, or it's just who we are. And we're just learning more and more about who we are as we, grow and come of age. And we understand it differently. There's that scripture, I think it is, when I was a child, I thought as a child, and, blah, blah, blah. And then somewhere in the Bible, and as I, became of age, or I grew up, I became a man or woman, I put away, I guess, foolish things. Well, I don't know about that because I'm still foolish. But it's different, how we view our perspectives, in other words. But still, I like to kind of be a child at heart in so many things. But mostly our lens has changed. We're more mature. We have more experience. We're more seasoned. So yes. Spirit is having me unpack this spiritual homework. I don't want to say I'm avoiding it because it's kind of, I don't know, maybe stepping me through some things. Climbing. Maybe that's the title of this devotion. I'm climbing through something. Because what was scary to me about Fraggle Rock again is kind of what I feel coming into some homes and around people. Like, I don't know where they are. Maybe that's what it is. I just like, what's going on? Like, where are you? Where's your head? Because, Spirit, I'm noticing that if I'm talking to them, they see clearly about everyone else, but when it's them, it's very phony and fake in a way. They, the ones I'm kind of, dealing with, involved with, I'm like, well, how is it good for so-and-so but not good for them? Like, all the wisdom in the world for everyone else, but not for them. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So were they just being fake? Just throwing out words that, sounded good, sounded right? Or they just rather not do it? They rather sit and, keep things the way that they are? Because going back to some of the previous questions I had were, how do you not see this dirt? How do you go in and out of your bathroom or your kitchen or wherever, walk on your floor, day to day, year, month to month, week to week, or whatever, and you have the capacity, I would say, the physical maybe capacity to do certain things, but it's like a band-aid over, like, I don't know, a huge wound or something. It's not really getting to, what needs to be done. It's oozing, it's hemorrhaging, So I'm like, Lord, after a while, what does that look like in their brains? Because I'm talking, okay, I've worked with dementia and Alzheimer's. I know they're different, but I remember this man scared the life out of me, Spirit. I'm not going to lie. Because I asked someone else what was going on. Dressed to a T. Up every morning. Just, just all together. Standing there. But if you talk to him, he can't really answer you. I'm like, how did he get dressed? How did he, everything smooth, maybe iron? I don't know. Well, I'm sure he probably didn't have it. Well, he might have, but everything was just so nice, so put together. Like, how did he do that? And so someone was telling me it's routine, habit. So you're telling me the brain can just go and work out a habit or routine and not necessarily be functioning in other areas? Okay. So that kind of was a little bit scary. Others I talked to, everything else was working, I guess, but speech was like gibberish. Like, okay, what's going on? You're looking right at me. I think you're registering me, but you're not. So I guess these are just the signs and things of, these particular illnesses or diseases. However, the emotional aspect for me, I guess that is what it is. It's not so much, okay, the book knowledge of what happens, but is being in the presence. And it's like Fraggle Rock, like I got stuff everywhere. Like, well, what's going on? Like, I'm trying to make it out. Like, what are you saying? What's happening? Oh, Lord, I can't make it. Huh? So I can just go through the motions. I could and, help. But I like to understand a bit more about where they are. And that's maybe my problem. I'm told that I'm just too caring, too involved. I'm like, well, that's how I'm made up. So I can't really change all of that. So the stretching goes back to understanding. Not that I can change things, but understanding where people are in their minds and their capacities. To not necessarily expect more of them than what they can give. That would be unfair. So, my time is running out. well, I'll continue. I think there's more time on other platforms, so I guess I'll keep going. Yeah, so I think that's where my heart of hearts is. And understanding a bit more, so the pushback doesn't quite seem so like, I'm thinking a rational person is just being nasty, being mean. Like, why would you reject help? Why would you reject, an aid? Why would you, refuse just fight it? Versus someone that has a cognitive decline, or that no longer sees what I think they're seeing. So again, going back to the other people, I think they were both men. They're looking right at me, but they don't see, or they can't really process. So their eyeballs, I'm looking at their eyes like, wait, I know you're looking at me, but what are you saying? Like, it's not, So, Spirit, I guess I have to, move on from that. I think one of the hardest things as a family caregiver is the aging process. They're no longer, 30, 40, 50, 60, like, oh Lord, they're, crossing over into another space. And I want to picture them young again, and I can't do that. Like, oh God, I want to picture them sane, and I can't necessarily do that. I want to go back maybe. And you can't. You got to be present. You have to recognize, identify who they are. So that's what my spiritual homework is to identify. Yes, they may not see it like those men that I'm talking to, like the guy that was dressed. I'm like, what? He may not see it. It could just be out of routine and habit, what he's, doing, his motor or whatever skill, whatever he's going through, dressing and whatnot. But wow, he may not necessarily see like I think he can, to be able to communicate. He's probably looking at me like, what's another way of me understanding his spirit? I feel it there. A painting, I don't know, in a museum, like 1,000 people can walk by it or admire it and see different things. Or one may see, oh, the artist's soul, like, they just picked up on it. Others may be like, oh, what is this? Just a river? Like, no. You may not see the letters in that river or the images that the artist kind of not hidden there, but you just may not, or the trees. How does that equate, Spirit? I think I had it, but then I'm like, oh gosh, approaching it is a bit rough. Because there's the acceptance, not the acceptance just of the older generation for their mobility, their changes in mobility, their changes that, to not feel like they're a burden, to not even, again, fight because of pride, not being able to do the things they used to do. So it's a struggle. It's like, Lord, but Lord, where am I going? Where am I going? I think I would say, okay, that it just sucks. Like I nothing really deep. It just sucks. It really sucks. Life can suck in that way. I don't know how, I can't really, sugarcoat it, candy coat that. It's just what it is. However, the spirit, I think, intertwines. Is that the right word? I don't know. Oh, it's the Holy Spirit. that makes the difference. It truly, truly does. Because it's not just, again, book knowledge. It's just not. Certain things. It's a spiritual thing for me. And that's the beauty of these devotions, because music, poetry, all those other things I have found when I speak to people, when I'm around them, it brings them to life. It's different. It changes their mood. It may be something they're not used to. So I guess going forward, no, I'm not going to do that. I was trying to skip out of it. I'm not going to even lie. I'm like, okay, Lord, well, we'll just go ahead and wrap this right on up. Oh, it was like a long conversation. Oh my gosh. Lord, I couldn't be married because I would just pass out. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not trying to be offensive, but Lord, like, oh, okay. Like TikTok. Okay, where's this going? I'm so sorry, Spirit, I'm trying. But let's see. They don't see it. I think the pressure of trying to get someone to see it is also maybe hurting for the other party. They know you look at them like, to a degree maybe. So, like, you're not the same, and they're struggling to perform or to be who they used to be, and they can't. They just can't. So where does that leave us, Spirit? As far as their vision and what they can do is, I think, letting go. Let them do everything that they can do. When I'm not sure, when I doubt exactly how far does that reach? Either way, I can't force it, Just let it happen. It may take time, and yes, Spirit may not always have me there for, a lengthy period of time. But I believe, without having studied all of those things and diseases and illnesses and disorders and whatnot, at the end of the day, I could research it, but everyone's different, At the end of the day, it's really the guidance, spiritual guidance, because it knows not just the physical makeup, but the emotional, the history, the traumas, all of that, I think, play a part in the aging and actually someone's. I am drifting, like, literally. So I'm saying I can hold a long conversation. I'll just be out. Wow. Okay, Spirit, but I got to get it done. So I can release it, because I've been holding on to this for a minute, and it's time to kind of let it go. Oh God, where was I? All of that good stuff plays a part. Letting go. Yeah, but again, the main thing is the Spirit it knows all that good stuff. So even though I may not see where it starts and stops, or starts and ends, and I think they see me, or they see it, and they may not really. They may be looking right in the direction of it and still not see it, like that painting, or that artwork. It's not to criticize that, oh my God, you don't see that? Like, what? How do you not see it? No. It's just to do whatever I can to make it better.